Viewers and subscribers, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Happy New Day and Happy New Week. It shall be well with us. Well, I stumbled two most important and major shocking message that we are going to deliver to us this week. Things we are going to see, things we are going to expect, or things that is happening around us. Maybe you may consider it shocking, you may consider it explosive, you may also consider it to be a kind of bad news. But I don't like bringing bad news. That is why I'll have to use another different language, because I don't like bad news. Okay, one of them is that Sardauna of Sokoto wanted to start Nigeria Islamization on the 17th of January 1966. So for the Igbo militaries who have the intelligence as of then to stop Sardauna of Sokoto is to do what? To organize that coup, and they carried it out on the 15th. That is how they disrupted that move. Now you have seen the reason why the Fulanis the Fulanis, not outside, the Fulanis, the real Fulanis, because they know the agenda of this man. They teach it to them on daily basis. So that is why they keep on saying, hey, P2B kills Sardauna, P2B kills Tasafa Belawa, P2B kills Sardauna, the Igbos kills Sardauna. They still never forgive the Igbos, not because of killing Sardauna, because Igbos are the one who helped this zoo where they call Nigeria truncate what these people want to carry out. Okay, that is one of the news we are going to deliberate later when we come back. Another one is that Igbos to the world. I repeat, Igbos to the world. What is it all about? Maybe most of us we see say that I have bring this news before, and why am I bringing it again? My brother, what I brought before is just a kind of unveiling of the guy's gadget to Alex Ochi, which we watch the video, you see everything, but you don't know the content of it. So even say we are going to get our headline from this message now I'm about to read. That is where we are going to get our headline from. And what is that headline? A Biafran man have manufactured a phone that cannot use battery and that cannot use SIM card. No battery, no SIM card. Igbos to the world, meet young Igbo youth Magnus Emenoga, who built mobile phone from scratch to the finish. A phone that is not using SIM card. It is a Biafran. Now we don't run. Okay, we are going to read our news. But before we read it, remember, share this message, let it go viral. I repeat, share this message, let it go viral. Makada mama, nyon chagwara ubosi. Okay, we are going to read. After this, then we are going to go to attend to the other event of 1966. What General Nwobosi is talking. Igbo to the world. I read. Please listen and listen attentively. Why many are waiting for foreign companies to build Africa's future? Emenoga, a young embodied system specialist and founder of Embedded Tech Lab, has quietly done something remarkable in Aba, Abia State. He built a customized smartphone from scratch to the finish. He unveiled a prototype at an innovation event, which was attended by Governor Alex Oti, the Minister of Education Dr. Tunji Alausa, and development partners including the United Nations, UNDP, sorry to say. Governor Oti was impressed that he promised the guy, whatever brought you here today has placed good fortune on your path. I hope you fulfill it. We continue. He also pledged to engage further and support the project, according to Alex Oti. This is the kind of hidden talent Nigeria should celebrate. Sorry, who posted this news? Reality update. Point of correction. This is the kind of hidden talent Biafrans should celebrate, not Nigeria. Not because of politics, tribe, or social media hype, but because of innovation. What makes this phone special? That is what I'm about to read. So please, this is where you need this news most. Because we are going to patronize it. In fact, we are going to sell this phone to all the whole countries of the world, including China are going to use this phone. Why now? Watch and see. Number one, he said, what makes this phone special? Number one, no SIM card for airtime required. No SIM card or airtime required. It features a built-in communication system that can transmit data and enable communication without relying on traditional mobile networks. Number 2, built-in health monitoring. It includes a blood pressure checking feature designed to help elderly users monitor their health systems. Make una dey listen. Your chance to go now here you need this message the most, because for you watching me, you must use this phone, and I giving you this news, I must use it. In fact, my family must use it. I go to airtime and at HY Wi-Fi left, right, and center. I beg, because I load 4. No, not 4 phone now. The phone in my home, more alone go self. I use 3. My wife they use 2. My first daughter they use 2. Another 1 to calculate. I airtime. Okay, let us continue. This one is a smart IoT security. The device works with IoT-enabled system to automatically send alert to a central server if someone tampers with or disconnects connected equipment. And I hope the cabals in Nigeria will allow this guy to flourish. Very soon they will kill that dream. Affordable. The price is affordable. The goal is to mass produce the smartphone for about 25,000 naira pere. 25,000 naira. Making advanced technology accessible to millions of Biafrans, both home and abroad. This is where sarcasm becomes reality. We spent billions importing technology, yet some of our brightest minds are working genuinely in small workshops, waiting for someone to believe in them and empower them. Imagine if innovators like Emenuga receive the same attention and investment we give to the politics. Aba has long been known as the home of creativity and manufacturing. Perhaps the next global tech breakthrough won't come from Silicon Valley, but from Aba, Abia State. Support from innovators. Invest in Nigerian talent. The future is already here. That is where the message ends. A lot of comments follow this message. This message was posted 4 hours ago. We have 5.7 thousand like, love, thumbs up, and whatever. Have over 558 comments and 408 shares under 4 good hours. That is, by the way. Let us visit that of Nwobosi about the conquering of Nigeria, the conquest of Nigeria. Conquest of Nigeria, sorry to say. Godwin Kelechi, I posted this message. Sadona of Sokoto wanted to start Nigeria Islamization on 17th of January 1966. So we struck on 15th. This one is Colonel Nwobosi. Now I bring this one. Don't forget, I said 2 major news, significant news. So one have gone and this one is the second one. So please, bear with me. I read, according to him, the immediate causes of the coup were the Western region crisis, and the intention of Sadona of Sokoto, Alhaji Sir Ahmed Bello, to Islamize the country. So initially they were telling us that it's because of they want to make Awolowo the head of state. That is what we keep hearing. But now the person who is part of those who fought for it, who stood their ground and said this thing must happen, is coming out now to give us the real story of what happens. Now that coup is because of what Caliphate have already have in mind to do. If I call you names of the people here, including Isaac Adakaboro, are the ones who have been already they have bought him over on how he's going to sabotage his own people and in the Igbo. Well, look at what happened now. What happened at last? When they forget. Don't fight who God is fighting for. Don't even go and curse who God have already blessed. Nothing. I repeat, your cause cannot do him anything. I continue reading. It said the Western crisis between Akintola and Obafemi triggered influence of refugees in the military barracks. And he, according to him, Nwobosi gave the order. He gave the order that the barracks gates should be open for those that felt threatened to take refuge in the barracks. He stated that The situation was so bad that the thugs were pouring fuel on people, cars, and properties, and were being paid in thousands. To worsen the situation, the Fulani government was backing Akintola, and the West was tagged Wild West. The situation became so severe that people were asking the soldiers to intervene, or say, they can't take up power. No, but today, this nonsense started to happen in the zoo. Okay, the soldiers became ashamed of identifying themselves as such in a public place. According to him, it was at this period that Kaduna Nzogwu, who was the first Nigeria to head Nigerian military intelligence, discovered that the Sardauna of Sokoto, Ahmadu Bello, was planning to conquer the entire south and Islamize the entire country. And even before Kaduna Nzogwu discovery, Sardauna had started making the innuendos, both in the Northern House of Assembly and in the public, as he feared nobody. He feared nobody. He had already started making the plans. Let us continue. The last paragraph. So, with the Western crisis and the intended Islamization policy, the military decided to strike. They were still planning when Major Kaduna Nzogwu informed them that Sardauna have concluded arrangement to conquer southern Nigeria on the 17th of January 1966, using Akintola in the west, and other elements such as Isaac Adakaboro in the east. And so they had to rush their preparation and struck on 15th. They have to rush the coup and they struck on 15th to stop that Islamization. The reason why they are still angry with you, not because you kill Sardauna is their problem, not because Sardauna is their head you kill. After all, they kill many Igbos. One head of Sardauna carries over 1,000 or 2,000 heads of Ndi Igbo living in Kanu. That is when they committed pogrom. So they are not angry because we kill. No, they are angry because Igbos stop that Islamization, and that is why they are still afraid of the Igbos up till tomorrow, because whatever plan they bring on the table, my brother, Nnamdi Kanu runs faster than them. Simon Ekpa runs faster than them. And that's the more reason why you see them, they hated these guys with passion. These guys hate Ojukwu with passion. Even when Ojukwu joined, created APOG and they want to run for president, my brother, they hated him with passion. I'm sure Ojukwu never even make 1% vote in the north. The reason, they said they killed Sardauna, not because he is their leader, but because the agenda was truncated. This is where the truth we have been looking for resides. In this article of Colonel Nwobosi, this is where the whole truth lies. They have already tell you the reason. Hey, God have mercy. Okay, let me see most of the people who commented. Maybe there will be some head block. Godwin Kelechi said, in the second part of the interview, he discussed the rules Ironsi, Obafemi, and Fajoyi they played. Mayor Sunday said, I watched the interview and that is correct. People still erroneously believe that well-educated military officers at that time had no genuine reason for launching a decisive coup. They actually struck to save the day. The same people who struck to save the day are the ones now who have remained number 4th citizen. I repeat, the same Igbos who truncate this idea, this plan, this Islamization and Fularization plan are the ones who they relegated to 4th position. They say the first citizen is Fulani, second one is Yoruba, third citizen is cow, and then the fourth citizen is Ndibo. I laugh in Spanish. Igbos have sacrificed. Igbos sacrifice money, they sacrifice time, and they sacrifice human beings in every provocation in that country called Nigeria. Igbos have been, they will always be at the receiving end. But God passed them. I repeat, God passed them. Nat Smoko said, is the Islamization plan not still on? They have devised other strategies to actualize it. That explains the present situation, my brother. Forget about that. They are not going to do anything. They failed, and they have failed, and they failed woefully. They failed when people are not aware. Yes, now, they failed even when people are not aware. It's only people that have intelligence that are aware. But Nnamdi Kanu created awareness that made the Fulanis hate Nnamdi Kanu with passion. In fact, they hate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's ghost. His shadow, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's shadow, is getting the Fulanis angry and the Hausas. Fulani is not Hausas. Indigenous Hausas love what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing. You see it? When people are not aware, it's an Igbo man, Chukwu Makaruna Nzogu, now discovered with intelligence that look at what is happening. And they are going to struck 2 days before they struck. He carried out what he is. If not by now, maybe my name would have been Musa or Adebayo. Or they may even call me Haruna. See, they never valued the sacrifice of this Indigo. It shall never be well with Afonja. It can never be well with the whole Afonjas. All the whole Yorubas. Can never be well with them. It can never. Oyewole Akinola, they don't come well. When you do a deep research, you will find their excuse. You will find their excuse hard to believe. Their excuse hard to believe. Olajide Ayodele said, this exposition have debunked the story that the coup was staged in order to make Chief Obafemi Awolowo the prime minister. Okay? People are still bringing their own opinions based on different stories from different quarters. The last. This is one of the 5 majors. Remember, Colonel Nwobosi was the one in charge of Western Region operation. This fine officer oversee the execution of 15 January coup d'etat in the Western Region. So, no one knows better what transpired than the one of the actors himself. Of course, that is the truth. And that's exactly what I said earlier on when I started reading this news. Okay, my people, now we will take a break. First again, when I come back, please like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos coming your way. I will already be here to serve you. Please share this message.